Hello there. Well, I don't really think I need to report where I am, but I am very happy to report that I continue to recover very well from my little sort of aortic dissection interruption to proceedings back in May. And the good news for me is that I'm swimming again. And I've had a couple of dips in recent weeks, and today I've decided to have a dip at one of Sydney's most spectacular pools, the North Sydney pool at Milsons Point. You probably know that I love nothing more than a dip in a picturesque swimming pool, and it's a bit hard to beat this one. And so I'm not yet back at full swimming strength, but I'm on my way there, and really feeling very fortunate to be even able to swim at all. So I hope wherever you are, you're doing okay. I hope the COVID curse isn't biting too hard where you are. But I'm stuck here in Sydney for now, both for medical and for COVID reasons. And so I'm probably going to have to find some things to do with my time in this city. A little rusty compass pivot to Sydney might be on the agenda. Let me show you a little bit of North Sydney swimming pool. North Sydney pool opened in 1936. It's a classic piece of 1930s art deco style, and it was used in the Empire Games of 1938 and again in 1958. There was a lot happening in this little patch of North Sydney in the 1930s. The Harbour Bridge opened in 1932. In 1935, Luna Park opened here. As a kid in the 1970s, I have very fond memories of visits to Luna Park and rides on the Zipper, the Rhoda and the Big Dipper. A fatal fire in 1979 saw the park close for years, and I sense it's never really recovered. Luna Park's looking a bit desolate at the moment. I'm not actually sure what's going on here at the moment, but from about age 6 to about age 12 or 13, coming to Luna Park was a highlight of the year. One of the things on my mind as I wander around in Sydney and spend a lot of time here is a sense of how much more serious local governments and state governments were in decades past about good infrastructure, about good public amenities. And in particular, I'm thinking about things like public swimming pools. The idea that a prized piece of land, like the one down there at North Sydney Pool, might be allocated to a public purpose like a pool, it would be unthinkable now. And another thing that I always think about when I look at the Harbour Bridge is how, when it opened in the 1930s, it survived very well. It was built to last. So not only was it built to last in the sense that the engineering and the sort of stability of the structure was built to last, but they built a bridge with capacity that it didn't need any expansion for decades. It was decades before they added a harbour tunnel. And by the end, it was definitely sort of stretched to overload. But in those days, in the 20s and 30s, in the same time that they built our railway network, things were built with a time horizon of many decades. Whereas now, when state governments or local governments build infrastructure, they build it with a very, very short horizon. And what a tragedy that is, and what a failing of our system that is. Thanks very much for hanging on through this utterly bizarre year, and we will talk again soon.